Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and for most of you, good evening.
Hello, welcome to another live stream, our last live stream from Japan. So we just want to welcome all. Our time here is coming to an end. We have been here for over 2 months.
Almost 3 months. And it has been amazing. I mean, it's really nice that you get 90 days visa free with US passports. So we try to make the best use of it every single time that we come here. We got to visit some new places like we normally do. And then, of course, we extended our time in Tokyo. Was the first time staying this long. We've stayed 1 week and 2 weeks before. We've done 2 1-week trips and 1 2-week trip. And this time we did 3 weeks.
Yeah. So we will give probably a couple tips on Japan during this live stream also, because we have a lot of Japan on our mind. But we are going to be talking about some travel credit cards also. Welcome to all the friends who are just coming in. Welcome, Elizabeth, right. Robert, Linnell, welcome. And we did see Ted was here earlier, and thank you, Ted. We appreciate the super chat so much. That is wonderful. Thank you. Enjoy your time with your daughter.
Yes, that's always fun.
Yes. So welcome everybody to the live stream. Washington State is here. Wow. Thank you.
Canada too, already representing.
Yeah. Canada. Yeah. Wow. So if you do have questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. We will get to a lot of those today.
Deborah, welcome from Kuwait.
Hello, Carrie. Welcome. Yes. This is our first ever Saturday night for you live stream. It's Sunday morning for us. So
yeah, today's actually our last full day in Japan, and we leave tomorrow afternoon, I think, is our flight.
Yeah.
Which I guess is the middle of the night for you guys.
Flying out. We are flying business class tomorrow. So that's going to be
on an airline that we've flown business class before. We're going to be on Vietnam Airlines. We've flown their business class before, I think 2 other times. So it should be fun to try it out. This is a little bit longer flight. So
we have Seattle, Texas, Australia.
Wow.
And another Washington. Awesome.
Hi, Tyke and Tina. We'll see you guys soon.
Hey, Tyke and Tina.
Hong Kong, I think.
Kuala Lumpur. Awesome.
Ooh, nice.
And Linnell. Linnell is in the middle of the ocean.
Is in the ocean.
Maurice is here. Welcome, Maurice.
Hey, Maurice. Miss you.
Awesome.
We saw they launched the new Acela finally after, I think, like 2 years of delays.
Yeah, we have not. We were wanting to get on that, but we haven't. Everybody seems to love it. So that's what we've heard so far. So that's great.
Yes, Petra, I do have, it's not a hair straightener, it's a hair dryer. And it's the all-in-one. It's like a brush and the holder. It's like all-in-one that you dry it with. It's so awesome. I love, it has like the little, you put in a coin and turn it 110 or 220, which is really great because you can use it anywhere. Like here is 110 in Japan, but in most of the places that we're in is 220. So it's really nice to be able to use it in both places and only have to carry one thing. For a long time, I actually carried 2 because my Dominican hair, if I let it air dry, it would be in Rob's face right now from how big my hair would get. So I will add a link to that. Let's see. I'll put it on our website on the things that we use. I'll add it in there because actually a lot of people have asked me that before. So I'll add it there. So look for it in the next, I'll probably add it today.
Child Life Mexico, welcome. We did get a question just a minute ago on what's our favorite South or Central American country. I have to say probably, I'm just going to guess here what she's going to say. Probably Colombia. Yeah, probably Colombia.
You are correct.
Yeah. Maurice rides it every day. The train. So.
The new Acela every day. So it's just a everyday occurrence for you.
Robert's already ridden it too. So
yay.
Everybody's
fun.
ahead of us on that. Yeah.
You sure did. You beat us to it, Robert.
Welcome to everybody. Does that mean you're riding it
No, that's the train number.
Train number. I was like 2170.
2170. That's the
I was
train
like
number.
9:70 at night. It's pretty early in the morning for us. I was just trying to do some.
Rob was up late watching football, so he got up not that long ago. So his brain is still getting going.
Japan does not mesh well with the football schedule. So the Michigan game ended at 4:30 a.m. So had to watch it all.
That's right.
So yeah, it was just short night. I did not stay up for baseball though. Bill has a question. Have you been to Antarctica? And if so, did you enjoy it?
We're going. It's scheduled. It's actually one of our group trips. We're taking a group there next year to Antarctica. So we are beyond excited, more than super excited to go. And we're actually doing an expedition cruise. So we're actually setting foot on Antarctica itself. So we are so excited for that.
There are a few spots left on the Antarctica trip. We do have 24, I think, people from our community going, and the ship holds less than 200 people. So it's going to be pretty awesome if you want to go to Antarctica with a group of people that you know and that are kind of with you. It's going to be kind of a fun thing. So that's awesome. I will also mention there are a couple of spots left. A couple of spots opened up on the safari for Africa. We are going to Kruger National Park next July and August. So if you're interested in that, all the details are in the community. It is going to be fabulous. We're so excited. We did stock up on cameras and lenses here in Japan just for that trip. We are
ready for the safari and for Antarctica.
Yeah.
We bought the gear we bought was with those two in mind.
And then we were booking someone into the Iceland-Norway cruise yesterday, and we did notice that some of the categories are now sold out for Iceland and Norway. So the deluxe balconies there's only a couple left in the whole ship. So that there used to be tons of availability, but it is now beginning to sell out.
Slimmer.
If you're thinking about Iceland and Norway, then now is the time to seriously think about it. And that is details in the community also, but that is next June and July.
Yeah, so, that one's going to be really fun too. Those
leaving
are two
from
really
England,
beautiful places.
Let's see. How's the heat been in Japan?
It was hot. It was a hot summer. Thankfully, we started in the north. We started in Hokkaido when we got to Japan. We came from Seoul, which was sweltering, which is crazy because we came from, where did we come from? Cambodia? No, we came from Vietnam. We went from Vietnam so we've been in, fairly hot places. To say that Seoul was hotter than Cambodia and Vietnam is kind of wild, but it was so hot. We had to be careful. We actually had to reduce the number of things we did while we were in Seoul because of the heat. And then once we got here to Japan, it only got hotter the more it went along. The nice thing is, though, by the time we got here to Tokyo, the weather started to cool down a little bit. And by the time our kids came to visit, it was actually pretty decent weather. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Last night it was actually cool.
Yeah.
It's in the 60s.
Yeah. The last couple of nights when we've been out, even during the daytime, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have brought my cardigan because I actually got cold. I know Rob thinks that's outrageous, but at 70, I need a cardigan. I'm cold.
Yeah, it was a little chilly. So we are just dealing with the changing weather, but eventually we will be back to Thailand and we will not be dealing with cold anymore.
We will not. I will only be wearing my cardigan inside because Rob keeps it cold in the apartment.
Rebecca, welcome. Staying close to home. Seniors, we don't know about that. So I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did want to talk about the topic of the day, which is the credit cards you need to switch. And while we're talking about this, if you have questions about this or anything else, feel free to drop them in the chat. And, a few weeks ago or a few months ago, we talked about the Chase Sapphire Reserve being the changes they made. And that's not the card we're talking about today. That was pretty bad changes. And I think universally across the board, everybody said that's bad. Chase Sapphire Reserve really kind of messed that up. Now we're talking about the Amex Platinum, which is a card that we've recommended for a long time and actually we have both of those. And they made some changes. Now, what's interesting about the Amex Platinum is that if you read the blogs or watch people's videos, it's almost pretty much universally being praised for how great of a change it's been. And we just simply don't agree. And I think there's a lot for that. One of the reasons is these are highly monetized cards that people are talking about, and they have to tell you something is good. But if you're a traveler who is traveling full-time like we are, Amex Platinum changes are terrible because they've got these new Resi credits, which are dining credits. First of all, they're only in the U.S. Well, we're not going to be in the U.S. this year, so those automatically do not apply. Lululemon, I think, also U.S. only.
Yeah.
There are Lululemon stores, some places we go.
Yes, in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, here in Japan, in Korea. But unfortunately, not only they give you the credit, and it sounds amazing because they tell you this big number, but it's broken up by quarters. So you only get, X amount per quarter. It's like the old, like the Saks credit. They tell you they give you 150, but it's really, or they give you, I forget what it was, 100 or 150. Either way, they broke it up into 2 quarters. So you can't use it all at once. It's the same thing with the hotel credit. They're like, oh, you've got $600 now for, the luxury hotels, but it's 300 per quarter. So, or 300 split up into 300 the first half, 300 the second half of the year. So it just, the way they've got it split up, even if we were going to, you still have to pay money is what it boils down to. You're not really getting much out of it.
And then the big ticket item is the FHR THC hotel credit, which is now up to $600, which also sounds amazing, but it is 2 $300 credits. And when you go look at those hotels, the only way you can do this without spending money is if you do one night in a hotel and you use the whole $300 credit on that one night. It's probably going to cover if you find a cheaper hotel somewhere, but it just doesn't fit the lifestyle very often because we don't have any one night stays coming up. Why would I move into a hotel for one night? I'm staying in hotels for a month at a time. That's only if you're really flying somewhere weird or you're going on a cruise and you're just coming in the day before. But normally if we go on a cruise, like we're doing the Rome cruise, we're doing the Iceland cruise next year with you guys, we're coming in more than a day before. We're going to come in like a week before, see London. We're going to see Rome for a week. So then I've got to basically check out of my actual hotel, check into some other hotel for one night. That's just not worth it, just from a logistical standpoint. And then you're also that night, they're hitting you with all kinds of taxes and fees because you're paying the cash rate. And so it's better just to pay the points rate and you don't have all those extra fees and taxes. And it's also cancelable, all kinds of amazing things. So really you shouldn't even be paying cash for hotels anyway. So that's $600, but it's basically useless to us. We really struggle with these types of things because we have the credit right now because we haven't yet gotten rid of the card because our year hasn't ended with it. So we've been looking at where could we use this FHR credit, and we looked out our entire year. There's not a single place we can use it where we won't have to pay more than if we just use points for some other hotel that we wanted to get there. So it's not really worth it from our perspective. The people that it's for is if you're a luxury traveler and you take 3, 4, 5 luxury 1 week or weekend trips, great. That's great. But that's not most retirement travelers who are on the road full time. Those are people who are looking for longer stays, more economical things, and these cards just have changed. They're not for general travel anymore. They're basically for people doing short luxury trips.
Yeah, I mean, I've had this card for a long time, the platinum, and we used it last year. We finally used the credit. I think it was the first time we'd used it in the time that I had the card. We only used it one time, and it was because we were leaving we used it in Vancouver, the Fairmont in Vancouver. We stayed there because you could just walk across the street to the cruise, to board the cruise ship. So we were boarding a cruise ship coming back to the US from Canada, and that's where we used it. But it was the first time that we used it in like 3 or 4 years. So that's pretty bad. It doesn't help to bring down the cost. And now that they, have, the cost is now what, $8.95. It just doesn't make sense for people who are traveling like us or planning on traveling like us. It's just not helpful.
Hello, Robert Jackson from the Westerdam. I wonder how. How there are quite a few of our community members.
That's right.
On that cruise ship right now. We wanted to be on that cruise ship, but we're already here. So we would have had to fly.
We would have had to fly back to the US.
Yeah,
we looked at it. We thought about it, but it just wasn't going to work out.
We actually looked at flights just to see if it'd be worth flying back to the US to cruise over here.
But yeah, there's a crew, I think, of 8 people from the community are on that ship, which is really cool. And they all actually booked it before I think they even knew they were all going to be on there. So that's pretty funny.
It is cool. We have noticed in the community, we do have a section called Where Are You Wednesday, where in the community forums, everyone posts where they're going to be that week. On Wednesday, we do it. And we've noticed now a lot of people, because when we first started the community, a lot of people were just getting ready to go out, like they were preparing to launch. And now a lot of people have launched and they're now out traveling. And it seems like people are meeting up quite often from the community in all these places. Some people just met up. Ooh, you might want to close your ears, Linnell, but they met up in Da Nang, Vietnam.
I think she saw it in the community.
So yeah, there's some people there. There's a bunch of people on this cruise ship, and a lot of them are coming over, and we're going to meet them in Hong Kong after we go to Vietnam, and we're meeting people in Vietnam tomorrow. So.
Yeah, that's where we're going. We're going for meetup with a group trip. We have a small group trip there because of transportation constraints. So we have a small group there. We have a big group in Hong Kong and a big group of girls coming to Bali. So
yeah, I forgot about Bali.
Actually, so we're super excited to be hanging out with some pretty fun people, and it's going to be cool to meet people for the first time. And I know Robert and Jane were already on our group trip in Da Nang, so very excited. Amy, the Amex is just, we're really disappointed in the choices that they made. They just don't add up. And it just feels like, they just said, how can we best not help our customers? And then they put this together. It just didn't make a ton of sense with the changes that they made.
So we're pretty excited because going back to Vietnam, we were just there, but we are excited to get there. And that's the thing. One of the reasons we're excited is because we're going to see people that we know, and we're going to meet new people, which is always great to meet new people. But when we know Robert Jackson because we were with him in Da Nang for a week. So when we're going to see them next, we know that's going to be awesome because we already know them. And so it's something that I didn't expect to happen was it gives you this sense of, oh, we're going to have friends there, and it's like, you really do get excited on another level other than just going to the place, knowing that there's going to be people there that you know and that you like, and that makes it great. So that's something that was, we didn't expect from the community, but we are super happy that it's happening for others, and not only that, but for us. So there are links in the description that if you want to check that out. It is, if you're doing retirement travel, do it with other people. That's what I would
Yeah,
say.
for sure. It just makes the big world feel a little bit more cozy.
Yeah.
with people you know.
What card do you use for airline points? Amex, not Amex. We're using the Atmos card, right?
Yep. That's the one we talked about, I think, a few weeks ago that we got, and we do have it now. Yay. Our daughter brought it for us when she came. So, yeah, we've been working away with that one, and it's so nice to see those foreign transactions, because basically every transaction we do, unless it's buying some, airline tickets or something online, pretty much everything we buy is a foreign transaction. So we're getting those 3 times for everything. So it's nice to see it on the statement there. So I'm excited about being able to use that, because they actually have some great airline partners. So it's going to be, I think, pretty good. We actually booked already some flights before the Atmos card came into the sphere. We had already booked a couple of flights, business class flights, award flights through Alaska. So we were already using it, and it worked out perfectly.
Yeah. To be clear, that's the Bank of America Atmos card from Alaska Airlines. We also use the Chase Business Inc. preferred card, and we actually booked some business class flights last night. It was crazy because we had you
guys should have seen this.
If you've never done it, it's somewhat stressful. Okay. Because you look up all the flights, you're going to this place, and we were doing a round trip ticket, which we never do, but you book them. We're booking them one way each. And so we had the points in our Chase account. I had half the points in my Chase Business Inc., half in my regular. And we're looking at the flights, and it's okay, well, the flight there is going to be 40,000, and they say there's, just enough tickets left. There's 2 tickets left, and then the flight back is going to be, you're calculating it's just enough, but there actually wasn't. So we had to reroute it through another city. And then you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, now I have to transfer the points and then hope that they are instantaneous, because you never know. You transfer the points, and it's sometimes they're instant, and sometimes it can make you wait 2 or 3 days. And then you're well, there's only 2 tickets.
You're
so
come on.
If they make us wait a couple days, then it's a big problem. So anyway, we transferred all the points. They were both instantaneous, which was amazing.
A miracle.
Then we had to buy 3 tickets. And so we got all those, and we had done all the math correctly, which is the next problem.
We had this big spreadsheet set out with all the different possibilities, and this one doesn't match up, or this time is terrible, or this one has too many stops. It was quite the matrix we had going over here.
Yeah, that's the problem when you don't have tons of airline points. You have to transfer. So David Harrell from the community, he's got 1 million points on all the airlines, so he didn't have to worry about that. He just buy whatever he wants. So I was thinking of David last night when I was doing this. I was it'd be nice to have a million United points. I think it's United. It might be American that he has.
And I was looking for a card that gives free flights to Vietnam.
You can just stay in Vietnam. just
get a one-way flight there.
Get a one-way flight.
The Da Nang Express, says Amy.
Let's see. Rebecca's talking about Brand Explorer, Hyatt. I think there was a question about Hyatt on if there's an easy way to.
Oh,
yeah, there is a way. Maybe I don't remember exactly what the question was, but I think it's an easy way to book Hyatt. So there is a Hyatt points calendar, which is what you would want to use. So when you go into Hyatt, search for a hotel with points, and then eventually when you click through a couple of pages, it only shows up if you have points selected, but there'll be a thing at the top that says points calendar. Click that, and then you can see the whole year for what the points are, if there's still availability, what the fluctuations of the points are, when you should be booking it. That's the easiest way to do it. And keep in mind that with Hyatt, you can book more than a year. So this hotel we're in right now is pretty much known as the hardest hotel to get on a points redemption because we're in Tokyo. And people say you can't even do it. I've actually read blogs that say this hotel isn't available.
Not possible.
Not available on points. The thing is, you have to book it the very day the calendar opens for that week.
The second
and
that it opens.
We booked this hotel last August from a cruise ship, from a Carnival cruise ship off the Pacific coast of the U.S. And I had my 3 suite certificates in my account, and I put those on as I was booking. Actually, back then you had to call in. I called in to add them. And so we did 3 weeks here, applied 3 suite certificates. So we have been in a suite in Tokyo for 21 nights. And it's about $1,000 a night for the suite. Now, we would never pay that, so we don't say we've saved $21,000. But we have saved quite a bit of money, and it is amazing to have this kind of room.
Yeah, and it's just been nice to have the space, because if you've been to Japan before, you know the hotel rooms are known for being so small. And, we've shared some hacks on how to, get something a little bit bigger. But this has been incredible. And not just that, the kids were going to stay in a different hotel. We had a place booked for them. And once we got here, we were like, gosh, this room is so big. And they have a pull-out as well, because it's a living room, bedroom separated by a door. We thought, gosh, it's so big. They can maybe just stay with us. So I sent them a video of the room and said, what do you think? You guys want to stay here? They're like, oh, yeah, it's super easy. And, it looks like we'll fit, no problem. So 4 of us stayed here. They made up the bed for us the week that the kids were here and brought extra amenities and towels and things like that. And it worked out really well. It was actually perfect. It ended up saving us money too, because we were going to pay for their hotel to stay elsewhere. So
Robert says he just met up with some community member who was traveling through New York City. So
cool.
That's amazing. People are also meeting up in the U.S. I don't want to say it's just all over.
Yes.
People are meeting up probably actually even more frequently in the U.S. People that are planning to go. People are meeting up in LA. I think some people just met up in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Robert's saying New York City, people have met up in. So
yeah,
all kinds of meetups.
And Robert did post that in the community, that if anybody is coming through New York, to reach out to him. So he put that in there if you want to. If you're in the community, reach out to him in there if you're coming through New York City.
Definitely, it's true. It is amazing. So I actually just love it, because whenever we go somewhere, you can find someone to reach out to, go have dinner. It does make a difference, because you can start to feel lonely. Even if you're a couple, you can feel that. You can feel there's like a couple loneliness that you can have without having outside people. So Rebecca says they switched from a travel card to a lifestyle card.
Yeah, you're right. That is what they've done. If you look at what the new credits are, it's exactly what they've done. And that's unfortunate, because it was such a great card and so highly recommended, to have it. But now it's like, I don't know that we're not going to keep it. So
yeah,
once my time comes up for that new big fat annual fee to hit, I'm going to say, no, thank you.
Welcome, Rush Clan in the house. Yeah, different times. So welcome.
That's right.
Ron is in Turkey.
Ron's in Turkey. That's right. Yeah. Ron, I think you posted in the community you were in Turkey. I think they were just in Ephesus, and we were talking about that. I think he checked in on the Where Are You Wednesday. It's supposed to be really beautiful in that particular city, Ron, from what I've seen before. We've not been to that particular city that you're in, but I've heard that it's beautiful.
Yeah. Let's see. Retired Life Mexico says they are meeting up with people that they found on their channel.
Oh, nice.
They're in San Miguel de Allende.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Not in Puerto Vallarta.
Away from the coast. Margaret, the Atmos card is very appealing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we love it. You don't hear much about it because it's new. Let's see. Deborah's Frustrated with the Atmos. Let's see what's going on there. Got to prove they required you to go into a branch to verify your identity. No branches in Kuwait.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh, that's strange.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, we didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
Thankfully.
I had just we need to verify, but then they didn't ask me for anything. The next day I woke up to the email that they had approved me. I had planned on calling them the next day because of the time difference, but I woke up the next day and I had an email that said I had it. So that's a bummer. That stinks.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Philly and the Brain are here.
Hello.
Now you're gonna have to fight it out with Linnell because she is thinking a lot of people are going to Da Nang now, and it's getting full.
Too many people for her liking.
Yeah, exactly. Da Nang is amazing, though.
For those that don't know, Linnell was on our group trip to Da Nang, Vietnam, and as you can tell from our commentary and hers, she absolutely fell in love, which rightly so. It is a fantastic place on the beach, and it's insanely affordable for people in our budget range, and it just has been. It was an incredible trip. It was so much fun. So I know what you're feeling. I see it, Linnell.
What do you do about important mail? Does it go to a family member? Ours, we have a mail service.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, it did go to a family member, but we have a mail service now. There's a lot of mail services that you can get. So
yeah, it's actually really great. I mean, even just recently when we had to get a credit card resent to us, they took care of that and shipped it on for us for the person that's bringing it to us. So it's a really great service to have and trustworthy. Haven't had any issues whatsoever with some very important papers coming through. Haven't had any issues at all with the mail service.
We are not in the Park Hyatt. I don't think it's open yet. The Tokyo one, I think they're talking about. I think it opens in December.
Oh, yes.
So Tokyo Park Hyatt, not open yet.
Yeah.
I've never actually stayed there. Heard it's amazing. It's just reopening.
I haven't been able to get it.
I haven't been able to go. I will be earning one of the 1 to 8 certificates soon, so I would be willing to go next time, maybe.
Yeah, I'd like to stay at the Lost in Translation Hotel.
Let's see. They're saying best transfer partners for flights in Southeast Asia. We usually end up using Airline. I think that's the most one that we transfer to. Now it just depends on what's available because we don't transfer it until we're actually going to do it, which then adds a little bit of stress because if it's not instant. But the Airline transfers did go through instantly last night when we did them from 2 different cards. So everything pooled together instantaneously, which was great. Highly recommend Airline. That's pretty easily our most transferred to plan, which is odd because it's Asia and it's a Canadian program.
But their airline partners are great because it's all the Asian airlines that we use are in our airline partners with them. So it works out perfectly for us.
I would recommend getting an Airline account, setting that all up, and just having it ready to go because you have to then connect it to your Chase account and do all that stuff. And this is an interesting little tidbit is that people often say, and I actually was reading online about this, that because a lot of people, what they do is they do like a test transfer if they're going to transfer from Airline or any other partner to or from Chase to Airline. And so they'll be like, well, let me just send 1,000 points and see if it works. And the first transfer goes through instantaneously. And then they're like, okay, now I'm going to send 99 more 1,000 points. And that one, then they hold for 3 days. So don't do 2 transfers. It's going to go through. It's just that they get caught up on the set doing 2 transfers from one card. I did 1 transfer from 2 cards they both went through at the same time.
Right.
So don't do a test transfer. Is what I would say. That's where I just read that because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, maybe we should test this. No, don't test it. Reggie, we are residents of South Dakota.
That's right.
South Dakota.
Although we've only been there twice.
Yeah, we are new residents of South Dakota. Let's see, Rush Clan. We're getting a meetup right here on the live stream. That's great. Looking forward to Asia travel. Awesome. Yeah. Asia travel is awesome. I love it. Yeah. So I do want to say though, going back to the credit cards, someone else realized this year, I think someone in the community was saying they needed to get a new credit card sent to them. We had that happen this month too, where we had to get a new credit card because something happened. Do not go with just one or two credit cards, and make sure you have a bunch of them. Like, because you always have cards that like you're willing to put money on, and then you have some cards that aren't really great to spend on, like points wise. You want to have a couple of cards that are like high earning cards, because the one of ours that got hit and taken away from us was the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which we are going to get rid of anyway, so it wasn't that big a deal. But it is the one that we put a lot of spend on because you get the 3x points on travel.
Until they cut that off.
At least you used to. You will for a little bit of time. But like the Atmos card leaves you vulnerable. If that's the only good spending card you have, if something happens to that card and you have to replace it, then you're putting spend on a card that you're barely getting points on. You don't want that. So you want
a bummer. Yeah.
At least two of them.
Yeah.
That are good.
Yeah, filling in the brain. I'm assuming you guys figured out that you can have your laundry done for like almost nothing. It's so great. If you don't already have a service, ask in the community and I'll post it for you in there. But we had a great service. We were paying, I don't know, something like $2. They'd come and pick it up at the hotel and then bring it back at whatever time we needed at the hotel. Absolutely crazy to get your laundry done for just a couple bucks. I mean, like a full load of laundry for a couple bucks is wild. This is a true statement. Japanese hotels are the reason I know square feet to square meters conversions. Yeah. Facts. That's an actual fact. Yeah, we did learn like 50 is big. Like we're like, ooh, it's 52. Anything over, meters, I like it. Anything over 50 is like, ooh, it's over 50. Yeah. 40 is okay. Now I'm like, doing it the reverse. I'm like, wait, how many square meters? How many or what? 30 is square like feet? What? 30 is like normal. 20 is bad. Under 20 is only going to happen in Japan or South Korea, and that's just abysmal. It's like I've seen one for nine square feet. We stayed in one that was like meters. 18, I think, the first time we came, because we thought, well, how bad can that be? That doesn't seem that small. It was so small. Like you can't open your suitcase small. Pretty bad. And then you have two of them. The smallest hotel I've ever stayed in was New York City. And it was a pod hotel, and it had bunk beds. Luckily, Allie wasn't there. I was going to say, you stayed there by yourself. Actually, Amtrak roomette. If you've been on one, then you know already. James and Wendy, they've got 500,000 AA miles and 400,000 at Hilton. Ooh. What would you recommend for someone who travels for business to bank the miles for retirement? I would say Chase or Hyatt would be what I would focus on. Yeah. Yeah, because Hilton's going to be a little bit more challenging to find good deals, good redemptions for award nights, and they're not going to have as many properties around the world. So I would definitely try to shoot for Hyatt. If your business is paying for it, then that's definitely the way to go, because it's going to be more expensive, but it is the better program, even though IHG is really great and probably the best one that's in the most places and best redemptions, but Hyatt's reward program is really good.
Filling the Brain met up with Scott yesterday. Yeah, we saw that in the community. We saw the picture of you guys. Yeah, that made us jealous of being there with you.
I know, that lounge was really cool.
Now this is funny.
What's this?
Rush Clan. I hung a little Ground and Life Travel fan sign on my cabin door and hope to meet a fellow fan. No luck though. That's a good idea, Rush Clan. That's awesome.
Hilarious.
That's because they're all on the Wester Dam right now. Wait, you're not on the Wester Dam, are you?
No.
No. Let's see. If you were, you would see some people. Oh boy. Philly just gonna stir it up today. Donnie feels like home after 48 hours. Oh, hey, Philly. There is a place there. You gotta go. Motor City Pizza.
Oh, yes.
Detroit Motor City Pizza in Da Nang. Look it up. It's awesome. Go there. Now you can tell them you're from, well, tell them you're Philly, not Detroit. Not because of your city, but because of your name. Let's see. Yeah, that was some amazing. They do have. It's hard to find good pizza everywhere. Da Nang has good pizza.
Mm-hmm. Now Japan has pretty good pizza too, which is nice.
Yeah, I would say that Da Nang pizza is some of the best I've had.
It was very good.
Yeah. Mike just received the Atmos. A lot of people got the Atmos, I think.
Yeah. I'm hoping they do a referral link too. They don't have one for anybody right now. Hopefully they'll do one eventually. Yeah,
that's why you're not hearing a lot about the Atmos, because there's no referral links.
Because they don't get anything out of it, so they don't tell you about it.
Yeah. We're just telling you which one
which is best.
Actually like. That's why if you click on it, we do have a website, groundandlifepoints.com. We do list all of the credit cards that we use, but the Atmos isn't on there because there's no link yet for it. So we're not recommending it. We just don't have a way of putting it on there. So
that else got what, 11 credit card, 3. I'm assuming 11 credit cards and 3 regular bills. Preparing for full-time travel. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think you went overboard.
That's not overboard. That's about what we have.
Yeah, I think that is what we have between the two of us.
Yeah. That's actually good because some of them you're not going to ever use to spend money on. They might just be for a status or for a certain reason. So then you need several that you can spend on. So that's definitely good. That's about normal. There are people that have like 40 credit cards, so that's overkill.
There are people who have like stacks this big of them. Huge.
Under 20, yeah, that's pretty common in Japan. This is square meters we're talking about. That's pretty common. Mostly the rooms are under 20.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, the beds are too small for 2 of us. And they're always pushed up against the wall. So one person will have to crawl over the other person. You don't want one of those under 20 rooms because it's just not ideal at this stage of life to climb over someone to get out of bed. Yeah. If you're getting a hotel in Japan or South Korea, look at the positioning of the bed in the picture before you book it. Because if it's often pushed up against a wall. If it's pushed up against the wall, you know you're dealing with a very small amount of space. Yes, Robert, near Times Square. It was in Times Square itself. It was the Pod. What was it called? Pod. It was Pod, and then there was a number after it. Can't remember. I'm trying to remember what the number was. Can't remember. I want to say 72, but I know that's not right because that's landmark 72. It was probably the name of the number of the street. Yeah. Excuse me. It was pretty small. It was small. It was pretty small. From your video, I didn't go to it. I was elsewhere. I had actually just gotten off of the Amtrak, and I think I was in a roomette. And I got into my hotel room, and I was like, the roomette was bigger than this. If you've been in a roomette, you know how bad that is. What are your top 3 cards? I'd say probably Atmos is now a top card.
Mm-hmm.
Hyatt is a top card because we are trying to use Hyatt to get status and perks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably the 2 that we're using the most right now.
And then the business, the Chase business card.
Chase business card,
big one for each of us. We each have one. Yeah.
Of course, you have to have the IHG card. I mean, this is what's crazy is that there are, I don't know if we have any Canadians in the chat today, but we do have a lot of Canadians in the community. And the Canadians can't get the IHG card, but there's a whole bunch of Canadians who are trying to set up an actual business in the United States just to be able to get the IHG card. It's that valuable that like they would go through that much hassle to get it. And it is that valuable. So I don't blame them for doing that because that's probably a smart move. That just tells you if you can get it like easy as an American, just get it. It's a
$95 annual fee, and you make that up in a jiff because you get that free night. You're not getting a hotel room for $95, certainly not in the US. So that cancels that out instantly. On top of the other benefits you get status right away, which gets you upgrades. It's great.
Milford Hotel in Manhattan. So small. I've never heard of that one. Robert's probably heard of all of these.
Yeah.
Because he probably has a pretty good firm grasp of the city hotels. Is the weather always hot in Da Nang? Actually, it's not.
No.
It gets cold.
Because it's in central Vietnam, central sort of North Vietnam. It gets cool there.
Now, I was actually talking to the owner of Motor City Pizza. She was really nice. I was out on a walk, and I saw this place, Motor City Pizza, and I stopped. I was like, I got to go in here. And I walked in, and the owner was sitting in there. And I was the only customer because it was like 10 o'clock at night or something, 9 o'clock. And so she just came over and talked to me the whole time. So I was like, okay, let's talk about this. So I was like, what month were we there? It was the summer.
Early summer. It was like June, I think.
Yeah. And she said, well, this is not my busy season, even though it's the busy season for Da Nang because this is the best weather. But it's mostly Asian tourists who come there in the summer, and they don't eat a lot of pizza. But she said in the winter in Da Nang, it's mostly Europeans and North American people who go there. So, and she said it's just mostly because of the weather. Like we don't mind going over there when it's cold because we're from countries that are
it's
cold.
Still warmer for us.
Still warmer
where we came from.
Yeah. So like if you're from New York City and it's 20 degrees in December, going to Da Nang is an upgrade. So you're still going to go. But if you're,
it won't be 20.
If you're from Asia,
Fahrenheit.
Then you're just going in. You're going to be really like it would be too cold for them. So in the winter in Da Nang, it's filled with North Americans and Europeans, and they all love pizza. So she said her busy season is actually in the winter. And so that's kind of funny. So now the city would be totally different because when we were there in the summer, it was mostly people from Asian countries there. And now we know that in the winter, it'll be the opposite. So very interesting. Philly is going to...
he's on his way.
Motor City Pizza, yeah.
On the way.
Highly recommended. And else says the weather is definitely too hot.
Don't go there.
Gentle Journeys back to reality tomorrow for a few weeks. I missed where you are, so I don't know
they were maybe on a cruise, possibly.
Ron, good job.
Us too. Us too.
It's bad that we're so.
It was nice to see that little bar. You know, they give you that little progress bar going across of how you're doing. I'm like, I knew I had met it, but it hadn't registered yet. So I was like, oh, come on. $85 away. And then the next day I was like, okay, no.
It's bad that we're celebrating spending money though. Came in handy. We did get to do some fun things this month.
Robert says he mentioned us or you were talking about us and oh, that's funny.
On the cruise ship.
Oh, people next to you sold their house and are traveling full time. So be careful watching our videos. We might persuade you to sell all your things and go travel full time. I tell you, it's fun. People always say like, do you guys miss it? This, that. Really, no. You just are so entertained all the time. Even things that we would think would be mundane, like going to the grocery store. People always say, because I always tell them I love going to the grocery store everywhere that we are, because it's just cool to see the processes and just all the different things. I find it fascinating. And so even mundane things like going to the grocery store, whereas in the US, I'm like, oh, I got to go to the grocery store. Here, I'm like, oh, I get to go to the grocery store. Which one am I going to walk to? And, what am I going to get? And I've got all my bags ready. And there's like a whole different process here because there's no bagging here for you. You take it to a different station and they have all these different stations set up where you bag your own groceries and they have everything set up for you perfectly, the extra little baggies if you need to bag, meat. And they even have something to moisten your fingers so that if you grab one of the plastic bags, you don't have to lick your fingers. You just use the little moistening strip that they have, and then you can open the bag. It's just like they think of everything, and it's so different. And to me, I'm like, wow, this is so cool. Makes grocery shopping way more fun than just like regular grocery shopping at like Kroger.
Yeah. Question about is crowds in Thailand. I don't think there's, from our perspective, very many less people. You won't notice it. Albania or Montenegro? What do you think?
Oh gosh, we've only been to one of the two, so
yeah. So we'd have to say
hard to tell you about Albania. I'd have to say Montenegro because we've been there. It is gorgeous.
Somebody from the community was just in Albania. Now I can't remember who it was.
Ooh,
they were there just this week, and they said they loved it.
Yeah, everyone that has been there has said they really enjoyed it. So I think it's probably just as enjoyable. Just depends on what you want to see. I've heard it's great though.
Yeah. Oh, diamond on IHG, Retired Life Mexico.
Ooh, nice. Yay.
Are there a lot of IHGs? There must be a lot of IHGs in Mexico.
Yeah, there must be.
We've never actually stayed at one in Mexico.
I don't think we have. Yeah, you're right. We haven't.
I don't even know what IHGs are in Mexico.
I think we've always just gotten an Airbnb in Mexico, now that I think of it.
Yeah.
Other than our honeymoon. That's the only other time we stayed at a hotel, I think. Yeah.
Rebecca, under 1,000. Congratulations. Yeah. That's less than 3 years. So.
Oh, yay. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Deborah's talking about getting the card as a Canadian.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Let's see. Sherry's asking, I plan to get the IHG card, but won't use it for the free room until next September. I want to wait to apply for it until after the first of the year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll run out if you, well, no, because you have a year.
Right? Oh, yeah, and we're past, if she wants to use it when? Oh, next September. Yeah, so you can do it whenever.
But actually, I'm not even sure if you get the free room the first year. I think you get it.
The first anniversary.
On the first anniversary. So you would actually have needed to apply for it. You have to double check that because I'm just going off the top of my head. It's been many years since we did it, but it might be that you get the free room on the anniversary. That's a lot of times what happens because the first year you're getting whatever sign-up offer you get.
Right.
Which could be
points.
I think
that's the case.
So in that case, if you get the points, you can use them anytime. So you can go ahead and get the card now.
Yeah, and then you can start stockpiling when they have sales, buying points.
Yeah. Margaret, I hear Thailand is amazing.
Linnell's shipping people off to us in Thailand.
The problem is Linnell's going to come see us in Thailand, and then it's going to blow her mind. Like,
and she's going to forget that Vietnam exists when she comes to see us in Thailand.
Yep, she's going to forget all about Da Nang. I don't know. It's tough. Most people love both. Some people love one over the other.
We enjoy them both, but it's obvious we have a preference towards Thailand, but we also love Vietnam. It's hard. It's like asking me if I have a favorite child. I don't. I adore them both. So that's kind of how I feel about Thailand and Vietnam.
Thailand, Vietnam.
And now Cambodia has entered the chat. It's, it's tough. We also love Malaysia. I don't know.
Tokyo is amazing.
Yeah, Japan as a whole is incredible. And now we also fell in love with Korea. So listen, we have a lot of big problems over here.
now that I see Philly and the Brain on here. I mean, they've been on here for a while, but it just triggered in my head when I saw their name just now. That Philly put up a pretty cool YouTube video this week on Philly. What's the name of your walking channel, Philly? I think it's Philly Walks, but there's a couple words I'm missing there. Anyway, so put it in the chat so we know. Anyway, he put up a walking video around the Sanctuary of Truth in Pattaya, and that's one of Allie's favorite places. And so that was a really cool video for us to see because it made us feel like, oh, we'd like to go there. So again. We actually, one of the condos we stayed in, you could see it from our balcony every day when we were there. And it was pretty cool. So I was glad that he posted that in the YouTube community because a lot of times people will post their videos in there and what they've just made. And so I thought that one was pretty cool. Yeah.
I love the Sanctuary of Truth. It's just such a peaceful, like you guys said, it's such a peaceful place. Like you feel like this calmness when you're there. It's just, I don't know what it is about it because you're not there. It's funny because people think it's a temple. It's not a temple, and it's not even really a museum. It's kind of a cross between the two, but it's such an incredible work of art. I think it's supposed to be done, I think in the next few years, but it's been in the work for like, I think 30 years or something like that, or maybe more, but it's really an incredible place. So beautiful.
Yeah. It's a race between that and the carving in South Dakota. I always forget the name.
Oh shoot. What's the name of it?
Horse something.
Crazy Horse?
Crazy Horse?
Crazy Horse. Is that right? In South Dakota, the big carving with the horse up on the, that you can see. I think that's what it's called.
Somebody needs to get a website going of like
a build cam, and we can watch it every day.
Crazy Horse versus Sanctuary of Truth. Which will be done first?
Who gets done first? I would love a side by side.
The thing is, I'm not sure either of them really wants to get done. So
yeah, I don't know why they're stretching it out, milking it.
Lisa likes the Saturday night. Yeah, Sunday. It's gonna change next week because we are head to Vietnam, so we have to figure out what's gonna work. But we should be on next week for sure. Philly and the Brain Walks.
Philly and the Brain Walks. There you go.
Yeah, go check out the Sanctuary of Truth video on there.
Very cool.
I didn't highlight very many YouTube channels today. I should have. Yeah. Tons of people doing so well in YouTube. It was a big week for YouTubers in the YouTube community. There is links to everything in the description of this. The website with the credit cards. There is also on that page a trips page telling you which groundedlifepoints.com trips page telling you which trips we're doing. Those are all available in the community, and it tells you which community you need to be in to go on those.
So yeah, somebody said they just signed up for the IHG card and they'll get the free night after your 1-year anniversary. So okay, thank you for confirming that.
Good.
Thank you.
Reggie, we are completely isolated from politics. It's very easy.
This is us.
I don't understand anything that is
don't
said.
Understand it. Don't
because everything's in Japanese.
We see pictures and we're like, I recognize that person, but that's it. We don't read it.
We're headed to Koh Samui and Hua Hin in January 2026 for a 60th birthday and retirement research house hunting.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
Lisa
cool.
is just trying to get diamond.
Okay.
Awesome.
Very nice.
How much time do you spend travel planning? That's a good question.
I think it's
not a lot.
It's just kind of an active thing.
Right? We're always kind
like
of looking. Thing. Yeah, we're always kind of looking, but a lot of the things we're doing are like big, massive chunks. So, for instance, if we get an Airbnb, like we've been in Japan now for 2 months, but the last hotel was 35 days, and this hotel was 21 days. It doesn't take that much time because we're doing them. If you were now, I will say when we first started traveling, we did Europe for basically 3 months, and we were moving every 2-3 days.
Trying to cover a lot of ground.
That took a lot of planning.
Yeah, that's tougher when you're moving around faster. That's why we slowed it down so much, because it's a lot, and it's really unnecessary. Like, you don't have to move that fast. You can always come back to it.
Yeah, I don't think Daiichi doesn't have a lifetime. Well, actually, your lifetime is just getting the credit card. So
yeah.
Then it's just forever, unless they get rid of the credit card.
Yeah.
Hyatt, they do offer more than 30,000, but it's usually like 30,000, and then like a 30,000 where you got to do something extra for the other one.
Yeah, like more spend or something. Yes, it was Crazy Horse Memorial.
Crazy Horse, yeah.
It was right. Yes. Thank you.
Exactly.
We did remember correctly. Look at us.
Mary says, hi, Allie and Rob. I'm trying to find your channel link where I can view the courses you offer. Can you advise? It should be in the description of this video.
Just right below us, I think.
Or, let's see. Is it on our website?
On our website.
Is it?
It's either on Grounded Life Points or groundedlifetravel.com.
Yeah. If you can't find it at all, go to groundedlifetravel.com. I know it's on there. Yeah, Rebecca is talking about the 30-day itineraries we're putting on groundedlifepoints.com. We did take a break from, we haven't done, people think we work a lot, but like we haven't actually, we've done nothing for like a month. Other than these live streams. That's the only thing we've done. We haven't even made a video in over 3 weeks. We made them all ahead of time. And then we said when we got to Tokyo, we're not doing anything. So we haven't added any more itineraries.
Yeah, we wanted to really fully enjoy our time in Tokyo. Plus, we wanted to make sure we had nothing to do when our daughter was visiting, so we could invest all of that time directly into being with her. So we just kind of cut everything out and just spent that time with her, and it was 1,000,000% well worth it. We had such a great time.
Somebody says Amazon Cafe was spot on in Bangkok.
It's so good. I miss it. I've been going to Tully's here, although this is a Starbucks cup. It's actually the first Starbucks I've had in Japan. I love Tully's. I like their honey milk latte. So if you come to Japan, actually we have Tully's in Bangkok too, but I don't know that they have the honey milk latte there. They have the honey milk latte here, and it is fabulous. But the Tully's close to me here is closed on the weekends. So yesterday, sadly, I had to go to Starbucks because, I mean, Starbucks is fine, but I really like that honey milk latte. Kind of has a hold on me.
Let's see. Petra, we have not booked a room hotel.
We keep looking to try to find something.
It's complicated by the fact that our daughter's coming. So,
we're trying to find 2 rooms.
2 rooms. And that's hard to do on points in Rome. So I just think that the Rome hotels are extremely overpriced. Very overpriced.
Very, very, very overpriced.
If you've looked, that's probably why you're asking this question. So we are considering an Airbnb because we're going to probably be there several days ahead.
Because they're going to come in a couple of days ahead and they want to see. Because she's actually never been, so she'll want to see a little bit before we hop on the cruise. And We'll be there early also. So
We do have a hotel for the Iceland cruise, though.
Mhm.
It's the Voco Southampton, but not for the whole week. That's one of those situations where it's a one-nighter
Mhm.
because the cruise port. That's why that Amex thing really only works for cruises, because the cruise ports are often like way away from the city. Even in Rome,
Mhm.
the cruise port is not
It's
in
not
Rome
in Rome.
because Rome's not on the water. But we're not going to, I will tell you this, we're not going to stay in Civitavecchia for the Rome cruise. We're going to stay in Rome and take the train down the morning of the cruise.
Mm.
That much. We've done cruises at our Rome several times. That's generally the best way to go. Born to Wander, hey, welcome.
Hello. How are you guys?
How
I was
are ya?
actually thinking about you. I was going to send you a message.
Welcome. Everybody has
Everyone
descriptions.
promoting their affiliate links. You guys are hilarious.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me, Deborah. So Rob's new employer will pay our rent. I was like, I have a job.
You're like, wait, you're reporting to somebody now?
I forgot. There's a Rob in here.
Not this Rob, different Rob.
I was like, whew, I have dropped the ball. I have a job.
Rob has forgotten to clock in for a job he didn't know he had.
That did happen to me once in college. I forgot I was in a class. And like halfway through the semester, I realized I think I'm in this class. I haven't been going to. It was pretty bad.
He still came out okay.
Still came out okay.
In classic Rob form. Me, I'm like studying, reading every single thing every single day. I'm in the library. He's off goofing around, acing everything, and I'm working
And then
fighting for my life to get a B.
Then I started having dreams like that I was in these classes, and I would wake up in the middle of the night and be like, am I in a calculus class? I don't think I am this semester. It was pretty bad.
It's a guilty conscience.
It was guilty because
it's like Telltale Heart over here. Except he was missing classes.
Class participation was not my strong
Well,
suit.
Nell says, I copy everything y'all do, so she didn't book hers for Rome yet. She's waiting on us. We'll let you know, Linda.
We'll let you know where it's going to be. And if we have an Airbnb, where it's going to be located.
Yeah, you're right, Petra. Everything is expensive in Rome. It's such a bummer. But don't worry, we're keeping an eye out. If we find a deal, we will definitely let you know.
Lisa, are you at the Voco for the cruise, for the Iceland cruise?
Yeah, because they're on that one.
That's where. That's when we're going to be there.
Yeah.
I imagine there'll be quite a few people from the community on.
Oh, good. I'm glad to see that. Born to Wander back in the U.S. and doing well. Good.
Yeah, Jim's got the load on here on the Hyatt card. The additional 30,000 points was after 15,000.
Oh, okay. In 6 months on all of their purchases.
It's because they give you like double points or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Brett. Hey, what? Hey, neighbor.
Howdy, neighbor.
We need to have a South Dakota meetup. We can all go renew our mailboxes
at the same time, our driver's license, because you get 5 years before you have to go back and renew. We're leaving Tokyo tomorrow.
We're gonna miss you. Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow. Yeah. There's going to be quite a few people here though from the community. So it'll be posted on the Where On You Wednesday on the Retirement Travel Jumpstart community. Yeah.
But there'll be some people here from the community.
Yeah, exactly. Born to Wander found Vietnamese coffee.
In the U.S., it'll have to do. It's probably not as strong as the actual Vietnamese coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, we're wow, Linnell, think you can live on Amtrak trains?
No, we tried it. Don't do it. We tried it. We even did a video about it. We tried it. We did, I don't remember how many back-to-backs there were, but by the end we were like, I can't do it anymore.
Now, if you had your own roomette, because she'll have her own roomette.
Yes.
Still tough.
Still.
The lack of movement actually does get to you
It
because
does.
after we did like 30
You just
days.
feel like so lethargic. Like I felt like my limbs wouldn't move. Yeah.
And the food would get very monotonous.
Yeah. Philly, 100%. That salt coffee in Da Nang, there's nothing like it. It's actually, I loved the egg coffee in Saigon, but the salt coffee in Da Nang is like another world. Like it literally, I took the first sip and I had to set the cup down, and I had like an existential moment after I had that first sip of salt coffee. It was unbelievable.
So yeah, interesting thing happening in YouTube is everyone's doing these QR codes now on their videos because a lot of people are watching on your TV. Then you can just scan it with the phone. So maybe by next week we'll have a QR code. We were watching our daughter's video last night. She had a QR code. I was like, she's ahead of us.
We're like, wow, okay, she's beat us out there.
Yeah, I think Amy from the community has a QR code on her videos now. It's easier than just saying everything I'm saying. As I'm thinking about telling you what we have, I could just next week put a QR code on the screen. Yeah. Yeah, because see, like here's a question about the trips. I could just put the QR code. Here's where we're going to be. But I'll just say it now because I have not done that. So.
Since we have not done it.
And hey, David Harrell is here. Welcome, David. We were already talking about you. So
we already mentioned you.
Yeah. Before your arrival.
It was positive, by the way.
It was about your massive points stash. So. The trips, though, can be found on groundedlifepoints.com if you're not in the communities. If you're in the communities, the actual trip details are in the community. But there's like a preview of the trips on groundedlifepoints.com that will tell you which ones are there and which ones are available and which community they are for. So which one you would want to be in. It may say, we haven't been on there in a little bit, so it may say that the Safari is full. There are a few spots on that one. So if you want to go on the Safari, not many. And also the Iceland-Norway cruise as a whole, not just our community, but the whole ship is starting to sell out. So there are actually some categories that you cannot get anymore. So if you want to do the Iceland-Norway cruise, I would jump on that one pretty quickly. It's amazing. There's going to be like 70 something people from our community on that. So that's great. And then some of the other ones, Vietnam, Halong Bay starts tomorrow or in 2 days. So that one's too late.
Probably too late for you to hop on. But you should be on a flight already if you're coming to that.
There will be a lot more trips coming. There will be more trips next year, 2027. So do not worry if you just want to get in there.
Pretty good things in the works that we can't talk about yet.
Yeah, the best thing is just to be in there ahead of time, because a lot of times if it's a trip like this Halong Bay trip, there's only 10 people going. That's going to fill up like immediately. So you wouldn't be able to hear about it and then go sign up. You need to sign up for that quickly.
Right away.
So so the links for all that is in the description to the communities and the website. Let's see. Sherry says she watches on her TV and can still like videos. Yeah, we watch videos on our TV too, but we're never signed in because we're, I guess we could sign in, but
I guess we could.
We just never bother. It still knows who you are if you're not signed in, and it feeds us all the right videos. So I guess we never sign in, but then we can't like them or comment. Philly says they can still be one person. Wait, what do they want to be one person for?
For how long? Because we.
For Halong Bay, yeah. Yeah, but there is one spot open for how long. If you happen to be in Halong Bay.
Just one person.
Tomorrow. If you happen to be on Halong Bay.
Not two people
tomorrow.
Pretending to be one.
Yeah. Yes, we will have fun in Halong.
If we had a choice, would you use Chase points to book flights? Yeah, we usually use, it just depends on what we have coming up. We actually just used Chase points for flights just last night. But it depends on what we have coming up. We don't transfer them until we are going to use them so that we have the flexibility to go in either direction. Just depends on what you have coming up.
Yeah, Alexa is joining us on a trip, at least one trip next year. She's going to be on the on the cruises. So
yeah, she's going to be on the YouTube cruise because she's a YouTuber.
Yep. Her channel is just her name, Alexa. It's in the description. Mm-hmm. Not the QR code, in the description. Yeah, Chase points only go to Hyatt. But we do use them for flights because I do have, right now I think I have a lot of Hyatt points. So David, yes. David has a ridiculous amount of points. He's been hoarding them for many years to the point where I wish I had that many. So, well, it is probably time for you guys to go to bed.
You guys are probably tired.
Time for us.
We're just getting started.
Eat breakfast.
Actually, we need to eat. We haven't eaten yet, and we need to pack. We haven't started packing, and we've moved in here basically over this 3 weeks. And I'm not going to show you, but if you could see the mess in this apartment right now, it's kind of messy for us, to be honest. But we've been, just living here for 3 weeks, so it's time to pack everything neatly back up into their 2 bags that they're contained in, and move on to our next trip.
That's why we have the wall behind us. It's a pretty big room.
We don't want you to see the big mess that's on the other side of this camera.
One time we had a huge suite in Chicago, and on the live stream, everybody thought it was fake because it looked fake behind us.
Yeah. Yeah, they gave us a crazy upgrade at the Hyatt there in downtown Chicago. It was wild.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Barry. Philly's going to take Scott for a walk.
Enjoy your walk. Go get your Detroit pizza.
That's funny. Yeah. It's kind of it's a long walk from where you are, so you may want to take a grab. But
get a car.
Get a good walk. So, we will see a lot of you soon. We'll see some of you in 2 days, some of you in like 10 days, some of you in like 40 days. So
yes, soon.
But we'll be back next week.
I think regular scheduled time maybe next week. I think keep an eye out for it.
Keep an eye out for the time. It may be the morning for you. We'll see. I haven't even looked at the Vietnamese time zones yet, but
yeah, should be fine.
Have a great week, everybody. Rest of your weekend. Hope everything goes well for you, and we will see you soon next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for being here.